Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer from Pohjala. This is courtesy of Beer Month Club, so check them out. Click on the link below if you're interested in subscribing to their monthly beer club. So this is another beer from an Estonian brewery. This is ItaloBänger, so this is their Italian version of their Banger Imperial Stout series. This is with figs, star anise, blood orange, and grape must. 12.5%. Very interested to try this one out. Generally, weird stouts like these aren't my favorite, so I'm very curious to try it out. So we'll see how it goes. Quite dark, pretty much black pouring out of the bottle. Very dark head. I want to say this head is even darker than the last one. Maybe the same color, but really dark head is pretty much as dark as you can get on a beer head. Oily black. Aroma. It already smells pretty funny, so let's dig into that. So underneath is that base Imperial Stout. They have a quite rich Imperial Stout underneath it. It has wonderful chocolate notes, a little bit of bitterness, some licorice. The sweetness is underlying there as well. It's sweet base Imperial Stout. But the nose is weird. You get that weird kind of grape must quality. Again, I've had grape must or wine-ish Imperial Stouts before, so it reminds me of that. But in general, yeah, oh yeah, that's weird. The star anise comes through, a little bit of that orange. The star anise is so weird to have in your Imperial Stout. Yeah. But really, the big notes of the Imperial Stout really shine through, that kind of richness. Cheers. Yeah. Sort of what I was expecting. It's like a sweet wine beer. It's weird. So they're pretty spot on. First off, they make a good point that there's cocoa, dark chocolate on the nose, a sweet orange. I'm not sure if I got the orange. Not really. But on the flavor, it's different from the Cocoa Banger in the sense of the ingredients, but the one common theme is that this base beer is a sweet beer. It is a very sweet beer. It finishes probably with a good amount of residual sugar to it. Also, pretty, like, decently nimble beer. 12.5%. It has a booze character to it. It has a sweetness, but the beer doesn't really stay on the palate, like kind of like chewing on the beer. It has a little bit of nice velvety texture to it, but again, very similar base beer. Here, they're calling with dark fruits, dried fruits, dark chocolate, dried fruits. I agree. Warming vineyard notes, and then rich sherry. This really has tons of like sherry. Sherry, but I'm also going towards like sweet port, like very sweet port. Yeah, for sure. Or maybe like an Oloroso sherry. It is just a very sweet product in general, and those grape qualities emphasize that. So it makes sense. This actually plays, instead of like, they call it ItaloBänger, which is an Italian theme, but this really tastes more Portuguese or Spanish with port or sherry kind of sweet flavors to it. As I get more, star anise comes in a little bit of that orange rind. What else is in here? Figs? Maybe some figs. Like kind of smoky character on the back end because the star anise is that spice sort of accentuating those flavors. Weird beer. I mean, it's fun beer. It's interesting. It's, you know, you have to really think about the flavors a little bit more, but in the end, does it really make that much sense? It's sort of like a chocolatey port, if that makes any sense, with carbonation. Yeah, that's really where it leans towards. So if you like port, you're gonna like this. If you don't, then you're not gonna like it. That's all I can say about it. It has wonderful grape flavors in there. Yeah, it's not the pastry stout kind of familiar flavors you're gonna like coffee and coconut and vanilla. It just has those more kind of port flavors and cherry flavors. Yeah. Oh, there's a good amount of tobacco on the back end. Interesting. Probably a little bit from the bitterness of the malt and the hops. Probably not too much hops in here, but also just like the star anise with that combination of the figs and the orange. It's interesting kind of notes in here. Very strange. A lot of things going on in this one. So thinking beer for sure. I don't think as enjoyable as the Cocoa Banger, but definitely a thinking beer. So you probably could enjoy this more. As for rating, let's go with the... It's interesting beer. And the good thing is it doesn't knock you on the head too hard with the flavors. It's definitely there. It's obvious, but it doesn't go like, oh my God, I can't drink this because the flavors are too intense. 88. This is ItaloBänger from Pohjala. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.